Hi folks, welcome back. So this is a compressor that I've had for well over 30 years. It has served me faithfully that entire time, never once failing me. Yesterday I went to plug it into an extension cord and there was a big pop and a flash, and I took a look at my plug and that happened. I suspect it was caused by a short. In fact, I believe I've found that short in this extension cord. So let's take a look at that. Here's what I found, and I believe that is what has caused the short. It was actually lodged underneath the compressor like this. I think it shorted out against the metal of the compressor base. I can fix the extension cord easy enough later, but right now I need to fix this cord on the compressor. This plug has got to be replaced. So quick trip to the hardware store. I picked up this for $5 or $6, and we're going to switch that out. Just a few basic tools we're going to need for this job. First of all, a pair of snips to cut this cord off, then a knife to pare it back a little bit. And then we're going to need some wire strippers to strip the individual wires underneath. Finally, a screwdriver to connect the wires to the new plug, and we should be good to go. So let's get to it. Okay, first thing we're going to do is just cut this off as quickly as we can. It's kind of thick, so it's going to take a little bit. Maybe take a couple of bites at this a little slower. There we go. Now we got to pare this back a little bit to get to those individual wires there. So what we're going to do is just take this and just slice it back like that, keeping our fingers well out of the way. Cut around there. Again, just want to keep your fingers out of the way. Okay, there we go. We'll get rid of these paper insulators here. They're just kind of in the way. They're not really doing anything at this point, so just get rid of those so we can see what we're doing with the rest of it. Okay. Next, we're going to take our wire cutters / strippers and just pull a little bit of the insulation off of each of the pieces. Not a lot. There we go. Kind of a struggle there. We'll do that. That was easier than the first. And we'll do that here again with this one. Okay. Once we open this up, we can see that the green ground wire goes to the green terminal on top, and then each of the other wires, the black and the white, go to a terminal on either side. Doesn't really matter which. In this case, it just seems to work itself out where the black is going to go on the left and the white is going to go on the right. So let's do that. So a couple of things. I've peeled back a little bit more of the rubber insulation around these wires because I want them to wrap around each one of these screws on the terminal in a clockwise fashion, so that as I tighten the screw, I'm also pulling the wire into the winding around the terminal instead of winding it the other way, in which it would be fighting itself. The other thing I did is I got another screwdriver. I got this short flathead, which is going to make it easier to work with these terminals up close. I've already got the left side terminal taken care of. Now I'm working on the right hand side. You can see that I've got the bare wire wrapped around the terminal in a clockwise fashion, as I mentioned. Now I'm just going to tighten it down. can see how that pulls the wire in as I tighten it. And finally, the ground terminal. Okay. Thought I lost that screw for a second. All right, let's plug it in and see if it works. Okay, we got a new extension cord. Plug it in, turn it on. Well, I'd say that's fixed. That's another one for the books. Thanks for watching, guys.